write because I don't know how to live otherwise, because it has become my way of being in the world, I would say. Maybe I write because I need to understand life not only through knowledge and analysis, but also through intuition and deep perception. And writing, poetry especially, is the territory where they all merge. What do I want to convey through my writing? I mainly write poetry. It is not that I want to convey a message, but I do hope to be able to make readers enter the poem and feel. As Walt Whitman said, the poem is a temple where one enters and feels. I write about absence, about death and loss, about love, about the writing itself, about origins and identity, about legacy. We are all so similar, no matter where we come from. And I sometimes feel poetry is our own voice that spirals towards us from the beginnings of mankind. A writer that impressed me most? Well, many writers have impressed me, but I would like to refer to a certain moment, which I would say it was the moment I fell in love with literature. Actually, it was when I came across a short story written by a Russian writer. I can't remember the author, probably Lev Tolstoy or Anton Chekhov, or maybe another brilliant Russian. I really think this is the reason why I read desperately and with extreme pleasure, because I'm always searching. I always long for that cathartic moment in front of a short story in which the female character is sliding through a terribly beautiful winter landscape as she acknowledges her mortal human condition. I have always reread the Russians in search of it, but I have never come across that short story again. And now I understand that it is both impossible and useless to find it, because in my imagination and in my memory, that story has become a totally different one, a hybrid text, the very force that makes me read, translate and write in a continuous and desperate attempt to bring it to the surface again and again. And if I were to say a name of a writer that really impressed me, I would choose the American poet Emily Dickinson. About if I think that language or form identifies a writer. Well, I don't know, as it has been said, the style is the blood that runs through the veins of the author. Now, it depends on the writer, but I think the division between form and content is somehow unnecessary nowadays. Obviously, depending on the period of time the writer belongs to, there is more accent on how he or she says things than on how than on what he or she really says. What I try to do in my poetry is to take special care both with language and with thought and content, and then form imposes itself somehow, I believe. About Samantaral. Well, Samantaral is a platform the creative people in the world can join and maybe work together. I think it is a great idea because arts are communicating vessels, and our experiences and our writing can be enriched when put in contact with other creative experiences and other ways of understanding the world. So I wish the platform a long and strong and powerful life, and I congratulate Partha, its creator, for it. I would read one of my poems. It is an unpublished poem, which is called In the Center of Your Eye. I write in Spanish, even though my mother tongue is Romanian, so I will read the poem in Spanish. En el centro de tu pupila. Algo que alguna vez has hecho, has dicho o has pensado está teniendo sus consecuencias ahora. Aquella rama de cerezo rota, un girasol arrancado, la lluvia que un día llegaste a maldecir, aquel deseo de hacer desaparecer en un instante los mares y las montañas y llegar antes de tiempo ahí donde creías que todavía bailaba el amor. Incluso lo que no haces, no dices o no piensas está teniendo sus consecuencias. La flor que nunca riegas, la belleza del jardín que encuentras donde esperabas ver tierra yerma, esa belleza que callas, los maizales, caminos abiertos que ahora ya no recuerdas. En el bosque, los árboles se derrumban bajo el peso de la tormenta y los pájaros prenden fuego al nido con sus alas incandescentes, porque ya no sabes detenerte para imaginar lluvia. En el mar, las ballenas flotan a la deriva y tú ignoras que sus vientres podrían haber dado a luz aquel mundo más justo que ya no ansías. Bajo tierra, los topos han perdido el apetito y sus presas se pudren como los sueños que ya no persigues. No se trata de culpas. Lo que intento decir es que es justo en el centro de tu pupila donde se está quemando el Amazonas.